Well, good afternoon, everyone, and welcome to our auction rooms here in Hamilton, in Tauranga. You're going to laugh at me, Dickie, but I've got something for you just coming very shortly, so you can wait. My name's Steve Charles, the auctioneer. I'd like to extend a welcome, of course, to our online viewers as well. We have about 70 to 100 people that watch our auctions on their computers in the safety of their homes because of COVID, but it's a service that we'll extend long into social distancing measures. Appreciate what you've done here, and I'm going to presume that the four at the back are all in the same bubble. Otherwise, I'll get in trouble with Jacinda because she says we can have parties, but we can't sit together in auction rooms. I probably shouldn't have said that on video. I'm thinking we're going to be back to normal, or as normal as we can be next week, so then we'll have many more here. Now, with regard to the auctions, of course, I can't do it on my own. I have Robin, she'll put the bids up on the screens for you. And for the online viewers, you cannot bid online, but you can see the bidding. And then Matt Clubbuck, Linda Greenslade and Dickie Boom, and they're our managers for the respective offices here in Tauranga and Mount Maunganui. In the event the bidding does reach the reserve price or somebody put a pause on the auction, one of the managers will assist the buyers and our sellers to see if we can get to an agreement. It's an important term to keep in mind because if you haven't bid, of course you can't buy, but we don't pass the priority right to the highest bidder to deal exclusively with our sellers. We're in a marketplace where auctions are going very, very well. There's been some good sales that have happened, but the auctions that have been set aside have gone into multi-buying contracts with conditional parties. So that's not the auctioneer saying that, that's what's happening in the marketplace. So good clearance rates coming through for you. And of course, Dickie, it's your birthday. So you've never had so many people in the same room as you, mate. So we won't ask you to sing happy birthday just yet, but if you think a good present would be for the manager to see a sale, that's how we do it. We just raise our hands, we don't have to blow out any candles. We can help them, and there's lots of candles apparently. I don't know the real number, but we'll find out sooner or later. Now let's go through to the terms and conditions. Of course, you're bidding on a cash unconditional basis. It means that all of your due diligence is completed before today's date. That may involve council files or building inspections. Finance does need to be in order. We do call for a 10% deposit as part payment of the purchase price today by electronic transfer. The settlement dates, they vary as we get to the properties. I'll announce those. You need to be aware of your overseas investment obligations as well, and of course with regards to money laundering, that deposit will be done electronic transfer for today's legal requirements. The purchase price is on an inclusive GST basis except for the first property, which is a GST registered investment with Peter Clark there at Mount Maunganui. You'll be familiar with that, and of course legal advice of the contract in all cases is prudent at this stage. With regard to the conduct of auctions up on the screen, it's also in the terms and conditions that you find on the entrance way. We're calling the auction an acceptance of those terms and conditions. I offer you the property subject to a reserve price and subject thereto the highest bidder. We declare the purchaser. If I have a disputed bid, I'll go back to the last undisputed bid, or I'll be the sole arbitrator, get that man a tissue. We don't want that flooding through here. With regards to vendor bidding, it is permitted. I'm the only party that can place a vendor bid though, and I'll make it very clear to all parties, particularly the online or telephone bidders, that a vendor bid has been placed. You need to be in advance of that level if you have interest in the property, otherwise the owners are quite happy to retain them and carry on with the marketing level. There's no limit to the number, but there is requirements to be declared. With regard to signing of the documentation, at the fall of the hammer, we'll invite the purchasers into one of our rooms and tables to sign the documentation. There's a consent to enter into an agreement, and you must complete the GST schedule annex to the documentation as we proceed. Are there any questions before we begin? All well and good. Well, let's move forward and well prepared as we go to the first of the offerings. We've had a number of sales prior to today. Prior auction sale is when an acceptable offer has been received by the sellers. We'll treat that with the interested parties, but all of these sales are unconditional. So lot 1 is 93 Adler Drive. John Paisley has sold that property. Lot 2 is 45 Beach Road in Podiki, and Reese Wasewski is here at the back with that sale, and I know you would have had a hand there, and Larissa Reid, your colleague at 116A Church Road, the small investment property. Now Larissa, you had a post this morning, you need another one. Okay, so lots of buyers interested because of the price point. So if you're looking for investment, Larissa is here in the room. She can take your inquiries. So let's go now to the live properties here at 36/3 Monganui Road in Mount Monganui. Peter Clark is the marketing agent here on my right-hand side. You've got a stratum and a freehold here, Peter, and confirming again, so we're very clear, it's plus GST basis for your bidding. Now, a stratum and freehold estate, it's principal unit 36. Together with units 51 and 52 on deposited plan 79330, and all those units described in a record of title being volume 62D, folio 346 from the South Auckland Land Registry, and then the additional record of title is 360 and 359. They'll be in the car parks, won't they, with the property. So good surprise for you here, and not a surprise if you've been there, but 2 car parks is a bonus, isn't it? Wonderful property, have that in mind, and of course with the holiday lets, you get to have a holiday yourself, and when you're not there, you can draw an income from that rental pool. So Ocean Resort, one of the popular ones. This one has a nice shaft through to view shaft through to the water, but the facilities here, you get to enjoy the swimming pool and you've got the gym, the spa, the sauna as part of the community facilities. There we go, you can get the peak of the blue stripe through there. 2 secure car parks, but it's an easy care investment, isn't it? And of course, when you're on holiday, you don't want any worries, and this one isn't going to produce one for you other than what time you go to the beach, or what time you're going to have your dinner or your cafe, or do you stand in line for the water. On-site management, close to the shops, the beach and the amenities, so this is a very good one for you. I'm going to look for an opening bidder offer now. Who's going to start me away? Your chance to swim in that pool lane. You'd like to be first. 3 already sold today. If that's an indication of the current market conditions, it's opposite to the median. Have we a bid from the floor? I thought we're going to be over the mid-5s here at 550. Anyone got an advance of that? If I don't get a bid from the floor, we'll set it aside. Bidding, sir? At what level? 550. I'll take you on the leading edge there at $550,000 here. We'll take you along in 10s now, 5 up. At $550,000 here with Miss Starter, and who's got 560 for me now. Second request now for the advance of 10. At $550,000, you're all done, all signed. At $550, I do need to place a bid on behalf of the sellers. At $560, bid me $570, happy to talk to you there if there's no further bid. At $560, an indication I can't sell the property at the level, you need to be in advance of this, sir. Do you see it at $570 in your budget? You do at $570, bid here now, $570. I'm going to go around the room, otherwise we'll pause and talk here. At $570,000 there with my starter for the first call now. 10 more if you like it here, folks. Looking for $580. Second call now, $570,000. All done. Silent at $570. You're in the box seat, sir. We're going to have a conversation there, Dickie. If you can guide our purchaser here at $570. A little way to go, but Dickie can give you some information to assist you with that. Okay, while the conversations are happening on lot 4, I'm going to move to lot 5, and we're heading down to Whakatane now at 69 Peace Street, and the marketing agent's been Michaela Bickerton and Reese Mashevsky on my right-hand side. 2 very incredibly difficult names to pronounce when you're an auctioneer.
I thought you
3 syllables each.
Very good-looking people.
Oh, well, I can say that too. They're very good-looking, Reese Mashevsky. Okay, and the equally stunning Michaela Bickerton. How's that?
Excellent.
Better. Oh, there we go. You've got that recorded now, so you can play it to yourself on the way home. Right, well, let's get serious. We're at a feasible estate, good parcel of land in a residential setting, 825 square metres, and of course it's legally known as Lot 10. The deposited plan is 2202, and record of title is SA 1086, folio 96. The channels list which stays with the property, that includes the fixed floor coverings, the blinds, the curtains and the light fittings. The TV aerial is included along with the heated towel rails. You've got the gas stove and hob, and also the kg gas bottle is included. There's a spa pool and the 20-foot container is included for your storage. So extra storage on the site there. Vacant possession, and of course 8 weeks from your settlement date at the fall of the hammer. So situated, great location there. You're close to, well, you're out of the township, but you're close enough to get in there. You've got the wonderful shopping centres around you too, so it's very handy there in Peace Street. A 1950s in its construction with 3 bedrooms for your family and huge living areas, and that's kept nicely warm with the Kent fireplace. Downstairs you'll find 2 of those bedrooms with the functional kitchen, loads of extra bench space and storage, and of course gas cooking, and the dining room, beautiful timbers, as you can see, the nice character through the 1950s. They've been retained, and we always say they don't build them like they used to. Upstairs, of course, you'll travel up there and you'll find the additional bedroom, and that gets extra sun and light through the property too, and there's the separate lounge, so it gives you space and privacy either for the family upstairs or the teenagers if you want to just slip away from the rest of those. So designed with entertainment in mind, as you can see from the slides there. Brave use of colour into the property too, so that sets the property apart, but presented very well to the market. I've got a seller that's keen to see it sold, and they've included those extras in there to make it attractive for you. On the outside, of course, and when it's not raining, I know what a terrible weekend it was where I was anyway. I may not have been down in Whakatane, but beautiful place in which to swap your memories. I'm going to give you the opportunity now to swap yours, but you need to be the owner who's going to call an open bidder offer here at the next offering. Lot 5 we are. It's one of the properties that's appealed to the conditional market. We're going to treat with those parties that are waiting for me to start the auction. I'm happy for your bids. I'll need you to start, folks, if you'd like it, otherwise we'll set it aside. I'll take your silence. I'll pass the property aside there, and if you have an inquiry or maybe you're seeing for the first time, then these beautiful people will be here to assist you in that regard. Now let's move through to the next offering in our order, and then I'll go back to lot 4 because on our order of sale under social distancing I can't start lot 7 until 1:30. So Craig Orr has been the marketing agent here at number 516 Balk Road in Manawa, and a wonderful property here. You've got some 1,929 square metres of land on your feasible estate. You've got lot 4, deposit plan is 307641, and your record of title number being 29628. The channels list, that remains unchanged, Craig. I've got the fixed floor coverings along with the light fittings and dishwasher, the electric stove, gas hob, range hood, washing machine taps included. No other things I've missed out there. That's great. And then the settlement date, that's been inserted now. That's the 17th of July 2020. So a wonderful property here, and another one that's got a great design for you. You've got the lifestyle section size, but this one's not too much to be a burden for you there, just under the under the 2,000, so under the half acre in the old language. The house itself giving you 3 bedrooms accommodation for your family, but you enjoy that wonderful amenity in the shed. I'll come back to that when it returns to our slides for us. Constructed in 2019, so it gives you that modern look to the home, and as I said, nice and sheltered. You've got the guest accommodation as well, lovely self-contained position, and about 10 minutes down to the crossing, I would have thought, yeah, from there, so 10 minutes down to the crossing. Best sushi place I've found in my trips. I go around all of the offices in the central North Island, so I should know, big man, as you'd expect, so eat a little bit of Japanese. So easy commute into the CBD as well, so you get the best of all worlds at home, nice and peaceful and quiet, but you're not too far away from everything if that's what you choose to do. Right, let's go to the bidding now on this offering. Who's got the opening bidder offer? No telephones registered for this one, so you'll need to do the running here. Again, if I don't get to start from the floor, we'll set it aside. Just over 60% of our auctions sold under the hammer in May, and June has started very well already. If you would like to place a bid, your opportunity to talk to the owner first, otherwise we'll set it aside and invite the conditional market. No hand waving. Have you seen an asking price yet, Craig? That's to come. So Craig is here to take your inquiry. So folks, I'm just going to take a brief pause. I'll wait for lot 4 to come back to me. I will start lot 7 at 1:30 as advertised, to be fair on all parties. So it gives you an opportunity for discussions. We'll mute the microphone for you so you won't be heard. Thank you. one, so if you're here with cash, I suggest you put it forward for our owner to consider. So we'll raise the hand and then you say a big number, madam. What I'd like to do. Won't be under $1 million, do you see it there? No, I won't take the bid at 800. It's going to need to be above $1 million. I'm happy to take a bid at $1 million to start us. Otherwise, we're going to deal with our conditional parties. At $1 million, good judgment there. $1 million there. Let's go on 25. So the word go here at $1 million only. At $1 million, the money down the start, and now at $1 million. Who's got 25? Second call. Third and final call here. The bid at the back of the room now at $1 million, even on the threshold. Last chance here at $1 million. I can't leave it there. I'm going to bid 25. Will you bid me $1,050,000 and we'll have a chat with you like we did with the previous property? Happy if you see it there. If you don't see it there, we've got a lot of people that see it and above this level here on a conditional basis. At $1,025,000 here, a request for 25. You said $1,050,000. You get the first opportunity to talk with the owners. Second call there. If you're making $1,050,000, happy to pause.
We'll go 10.
10 of 35. What's in the lead?
1 million and 10.
No, that's going backwards. You mean 1,100,000?
Oh, I think so.
Yeah, I can't go below what I'm currently holding. 10 will put you in front, and it won't be sold at that level, but it'll invite a discussion. Give you a moment to digest the instructions. Clear market feedback above the level. And final opportunity to place a bid. I was looking for 25, but I'm happy with the 10, madam, if that's enough for you. More than this. Have you got 10,000? It's only for the discussion. It'll need to be more than that in the end.
Yeah.
At 35, $1,035,000, I'll put you in front there at $1,035,000. I'm just going to check if anyone else is waiting for another 10 for 45. Otherwise, we'll pause and chat here at $1,035,000. The money now. First call now for 10. Second call here at $1,035,000 only. Third and final opportunity here at $1,035,000. You got the high bid, but we do need some discussion. Matt and Linda, if you could work that for me and keep both parties informed for us as we go. Well, that one's under discussion. I'm moving now back to Mount Maunganui. Still waiting for Peter Clark to come to the room, so I'll just take a quick pause.
That little white. Thank you, Dickie. Right, now we're at number 8A Wells Avenue, and that's that because it is lot 8 of the day. And of course, Pete, I know you've been signing contracts, but we need you back here because you've clipped the two up today. Number 8A Wells Ave is the estate sale. You've got a cross lease and fee simple, and you'll enjoy a half share of 801 square metres more or less. It is flat 1 on the certificate of title reference there, with the DP being 56184, and also the parent land is lot 16. Deposit plan is 42005. That record of title number being volume 46B, folio 468. Of course, with the estate sale, we offer you the chattels, but there's no warranties applying to the property because the trustees, of course, are not familiar with the working order of those things, so you'll buy it as is, whereas basis. Those chattels included for you are the fixed floor coverings along with the blinds and curtains and light fittings. The TV aerial is part of the sale on as is, whereas basis again. Also one garden shed, the heat pump, the stove, which is electric, and the range hood, along with the waste disposal in the kitchen. Settlement date set down for the 3rd of July, Peter, no changes to that, so that's an early month away from today's date, and you'll be in there. And it's a great location too, because in Wells Ave you're right central to everything between Sutherland and Terrace, I'm going to guess, right in that middle bit of the mount there. So a nice brick and tile home, which means low maintenance. You've got a size which is 2 bedrooms, so maybe heading into retirement or holiday home size, so you don't have the burden of a big home, but you've got the wonderful open plan living. It extends through that wonderful space there, giving you one car garaging and also the single bathroom. Scope to do up and renovate too exists in the property too, so you can add some value to the property, taking advantage of that location. I don't think you can go wrong. You're so central to everything here with a great neighbourhood, and lots of people, when they get into this area, they stay there for a long time, so tightly held. So it's good to see this opportunity come forward. Surprisingly private in its position, and easy care grounds to finish the picture for you. Again, I'm going to look for an opening bid or offer now. Who's going to call me a start now at lot 8? Another one that's been popular because of the price point. $780,000. I'll take your bid there, madam, at $780,000 there, and let's go from 5 from the word go at 780, and who's got 5? $780,000 there, good bid to start, 85 here on the side, 2 bidding to buy, straight back at 90, or down the threshold at 800, at 790 on the knob, at $790,000 there, first call now at 790 and back for 5 sir at 95, it'll need to be 8, at 795 and 8 with my starter here now, and 2 bidding to buy again, at $800,000 there and 5 it is, at 805 and how about 10, it's a good property, at $805,000 there, first call here at 805 and 10. 10 back with my starter, sir, against you, and 15, you're leading the race there at 815. 815 it is against you now, but be 5 for 20 and 20 it is. At $820,000 at the back here and 25 on the 8 and a quarter. At 825 the money, if you got 30 madam, you need to. At 825 here, coming back. First call now at 825. Second call, if I don't get a better bid, we'll sell. We've got a new bid here. I've seen hers first to be fair, 830, just confirm it. 830, and how about 5? At 830. I'll take 5, but we are selling at 35, come back. At 835 this side. At 835, who's next? First for the 40 on the first call here, we let it go. At $835,000 now, second call, it's at the front.
Steve,
and 40.
Just the reserve.
Yep. Just take a pause. I've got it here. I'll retract that. Okay folks, I'm going to retract my instructions there. I've written down the number without missing the one in the middle. So we're going to go back to 835, which was here. Thank you, sir. And we're going to put and play in the last bit. If we get over the reserve, I'll announce the new position. At $835,000 here.
It's not on the market.
It's not on the market. We'll take that off at 835. It would be 40. Maybe you're timing your run for me to announce that at 835. I know it's not fair, but the gentleman hasn't retracted the bid here. I need 840. Your chance to talk with the oaks. At $835,000 here, first call. I give this gentleman the honour. He's going to be back at 840 new money. At 840, we step closer, and 45, and here we are. At 845, and how about 50? I haven't forgot about that, but sir, you want to come back? At 845 here, who's got 50? First call now at 845. I'm even going to sing out of the music. At $845,000, you need to 55, and it's good, but he's taken 2 of the grabs, sir, we've been mistakes. At $850,000, 60 the money. At $860,000 and 10 is it? At $860,000 there, first call now, and 60, 70 now it is at $870,000. At 870, and how about 5? At 875 the money here, at 875, and how about 80 sir? Can confirm we are playing for keeps at 875. Coming back here for a 5 rise. First call now, we sell at $875,000. What about a 2.5 sir? Puts you in front. Second call here at 875 was started. You chased it long and hard. At 875, you're all done. Silent, we sell away. What about a lazy one? It's not my money, your opportunity for the property. At $875,000, all done. We sell it here. It is going. Gone, sold here for 875. Right, folks, before I return to lot 7 at Benny May, I'll call the property now at number 6A Hart Street, Mount Maunganui. Aptly named, it's central to everything too, right in the heart of everything that's close and convenient about Mount Maunganui, particularly the beach. Well, a feasible estate here. Marketing agent is Richard Wright on my right-hand side. Wonderful property here, Richard, in that land area of 329 square metres, separated over the 3 levels too. You find an expansive home with some 5 bedrooms. Record of title number is 573269. The chattels list is the fixed floor coverings, the blinds, the curtains, and the light fittings, and also the TV aerial. You've got the automatic garage door opener with the dishwasher. There's 2. 4 heat pumps to keep you cosy, 3 heated towel rails to match each of the bathrooms, the electric stove and hob. You've also got 2 range hoods, the refrigerator, freezer. You've got the Sky. I presume that's the Sky area. Yes, there we go. So the Sky comes with all our properties, I promise you today. Washing machine attached, waste disposal unit, underfloor heating in the bathrooms and kitchen. Vacant possession this time set down for a month. Yes. A month from today's date. Thank you. So you're looking for interaction. So there we go. We are interacting. Luxury living on a family scale, and as you can see, it spreads right through those levels. Some 4 viewing decks from the property as we go around the property there for you too. And of course, you'll find that wonderful self-contained area down the bottom with the 2 bedrooms accompanying that, along with the garaging. Then you move up a level, and you'll find the majority of the bedrooms. And then this view here is right at the top where the kitchen and main living areas are. And I like how they've got the extra scope there with that beautiful skylights bringing the light through in there, and of course even at night it's pretty as a picture. Now that view, that's looking down Gordon, straight down Gordon there to the mount, so you've got that wonderful opportunity there, and I reckon you could probably get to the beach in about 200 strides, so that'll be something easily to achieve, and if you're the purchasers you can test me if that's just puffery or whether that is the truth. Well, let's move to the opening bidder offer here at Hart Street, substantial property. Let's see a good opening bid. Wouldn't surprise you though that there's not a conditional interest in the property because of the price point, parties with houses to sell. But I'm going to look for the cash interest first. Don't get a bid from the floor, we'll just hand it back to Richard, he can do his work. That's what we'll do. Have you seen asking price yet, just taking inquiries? No. So inquiries to Richard Wright in the first instance, folks. Again, I'll take a quick pause, I need some instructions on lot 7. 7 where we left the bidding at 1,035,000. That position has been retained, and our owners have said you can reopen the bidding but not sell the property at this level. So we're going to go into discussions afterwards, unless there's a further advance here at 1,035,000. Taking fires from this level, shaking the head at 1,035,000. Second call. Third and final request. Well, we'll set this property aside there at 1,035,000. The high bid. Encourage you to treat with our owners immediately following. So that's two of the properties sold under the hammer. Don't forget the prize sales and those properties that are very much available for your consideration in Hart Street, Balk Road, and also the earlier property there in Whakatane at Peace Street as well. So thank you very much, and that concludes our day. We'll see you back here next week. We've got another 9 properties for you. Thank you.